Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Sit Down. You are here with the host, Sydney, and today we got our co-host back again. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey man, my name's Jay Sean. Y'all already know me though, cause I've been here like earlier. But I'm just excited to be back. I haven't been back for the past couple episodes because I haven't been able to get here.
Yeah.
But now I'm back, and we finna be talking about a whole bunch of football related stuff.
For sure. All good, all good. But new thing today, I got the computer. So anytime I got the computer means I got a whole bunch of stats that I'm finna pull up and stuff. But I want to start with the NFL standings. I want to just list some teams that are leading their division right now, and I want us to kind of like go through it and see like who is the most surprising team leading their division right now.
Right.
So AFC East, we got the Buffalo Bills. AFC North, Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh share that with 3 wins, 2 losses. Houston Texans lead the AFC South 4-1. Chiefs lead the AFC West 5-0. NFC East, the Commanders lead the NFC East 4-1. The Vikings lead the NFC North 5-0. The Falcons and the Tampa Bay Bucks share the NFC South right now with 3-2.
Bucky.
And oh my God, and the NFC West is shared with the San Francisco 49ers and the Seahawks at 3-3. So out of all those teams, which team kind of is most surprising that is
Let's be
leading their
real.
division right
We
now?
already know what team it is. It's the Commanders.
It's-
Nope.
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. You say Commanders. I think it's the Vikings. I think it's the Vikings, but why do you feel like it's the Commanders though?
Cause bro, they've been like the underdogs for the past like couple seasons. Nobody really been talking about the Commanders. Nobody said anything like Commanders this, Commanders that.
Yo, Jayden Daniels is having a season right now.
Ball right now.
Jayden Daniels is going so crazy. Jayden Daniels right now, through these games, Jayden Daniels has 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's not even counting, his rushing yards and his rushing touchdowns. Like, so far right now, I think if the season was to end today, I think no debate Jayden Daniels would be Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Exactly.
Out of like the first 5 weeks, Jayden Daniels has won Offensive Rookie of the Week 4 out of those 5 weeks. Like, I think this is like the most exciting football has been for the Washington franchise in a long time.
Very long time.
I think we can say like since the RG3 days. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is, and what's
That's
crazy.
not a bad take though.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like the question that everybody has is how long can like this be sustained?
The way he's moving right now, I feel like he could sustain it for a minute, for like at least a good 2-3 more seasons until like either he gets traded away or something like that. But he'll still flourish in other teams. Yeah, but let's hope he doesn't get injured. I hope he doesn't get injured. Nah, what he's doing right now is so like amazing.
Yeah,
so,
and like he has one of the highest completion percentage, if not the highest completion percentage in the NFL right now.
Right,
and he has a matchup against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I think this is going to be a game where we kind of see that Jayden Daniels is human and that he can make mistakes like we've seen Caleb and like we've seen Bo Nix do. But I think so far, Jayden Daniels is a big gap ahead right now in that Rookie of the Year conversation. And I think, we've seen, Caleb just came off of probably his best game against the Panthers, 300 yards, multiple touchdowns and stuff. But
it's the Panthers.
Okay.
Let's not downplay the Panthers like they're not a good team, but it's the Panthers.
Number one. They're the worst franchise in the NFL.
Yeah.
But I feel like that it's the Panthers. I feel like you go against who you play that week, regardless of who it is. So if you do good, I feel like it shouldn't be not because it's this team or it's that team.
I'm not trying to discredit him. I'm just saying, like, I hope he can do it, like, more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, like, I want him to do it more, not just against the Panthers. I want him to see him flourish against other teams, but it can't just be him. Like, he has to, see his receivers. We have to see what the rushing, team could do, and then we have to see what the defense could do. Can they stop these upcoming teams? Moving
on to Caleb Williams though. Caleb Williams just cracked 1,000 yards passing, 5 touchdowns against now after the Carolina game. That's now 2 300 passing yard games that he's had. I feel like with Caleb since that first week against the Titans, every week you've seen him get better and better. Had that game against the Titans, came out, didn't even throw over 100 yards. Then went and played the Texans, 2 picks, 0 interceptions. Went and played against the Colts, threw over 50 passes. I feel like that was bad, play calling, but 363 yards. You've seen him, develop in that fourth quarter, getting his team to score. Went out and then, this Panthers game, that we're seeing. And I think he's starting to get a feel for the offense. But I think the difference between Jayden Daniels and Caleb Williams is who they have calling the offensive plays. When I see Jayden Daniels play in Washington, they play catered to how he plays. He's a
Yeah.
great passer, great runner, and they play exactly how you should see Jayden Daniels play. But you go in Chicago each week. I feel like last week against the Panthers was finally the first week where I didn't go on Twitter or go on social media and see, the Bears fan base in a frenzy talking about fire Matt Eberflus, fire Shane Waldron. Why are we running this play? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? And I feel like once you kind of, once Shane Waldron, I should say, finally, settles into, making great play calling decisions, and then now everything's starting to click. The pass game's starting to click, and then that run game clicks. When that run game clicks, then the passing game starts to click. And once we see that happen, I think we'll see more games like from Caleb Williams, like we seen, him in Carolina.
Yeah. I completely agree with you. I really want to see Caleb Williams like flourish in these next upcoming games. I want to
Yeah.
see what he can do for the Bears franchise. Can he bring us back?
I think he can.
You think he can?
Yeah, but I feel like as fans we get so caught up in watching Caleb play and then watching Jayden Daniels play, and it's like, yo, Jayden Daniels, he's looking so much better than Caleb. Maybe we didn't make the right. They're rookies.
They're rookies.
Like, and
Exactly.
they're gonna like have like times where it's like, they struggle. One struggles, the other's gonna flourish. And being fans, being
Yeah.
like a fan of this Bears team, being through all the quarterback situations, you see something like that, self-destruct mode. We didn't make
Right.
the right choice. That. But it's a growing process, definitely. But to tag on what you said about the most shocking person to lead their division, I think it's the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings lost Kirk Cousins this offseason. Went in, picked up Aaron Jones, got J.J. McCarthy, who we can't even see, play this season because of his injury. And then they went and got Sam Darnold. And we're thinking Vikings, going to finish third, maybe last in their division this year. They're 5-0 going into week 6.
They're going crazy.
Sam Darnold is looking like one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now.
Right.
And it's like, you look at that and it's like, it's kind of crazy because nobody expected this. And, I think, that's one of the like good things about that division right now. Every team is looking, if not good, like pretty okay. Like there's not a single team in the NFC North right now under 500 or even at 400. Bears and Packers 3-2, Lions 3-1 because they had to bye. Vikings 5-0 on a bye this week. So that's kind of how I'm feeling about that. I think like this is gonna be a very interesting division going later, like into the year, to see how all that pans out and who wins the North.
For sure.
But I want to switch over to the AFC, and I want to talk about the Jets, who just fired their head coach, Robert Saleh. How are we feeling about like the Jets so far?
I'm feeling okay about that. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not. Man.
You're not? Why
No.
not?
I feel like 2-3 right now on the season.
Right.
I haven't watched Aaron Rodgers a lot, out my whole
Right.
life. But when I've watched Aaron Rodgers play, all these years, he's looked great and stuff. But watching that game, that London game, that's the worst I've ever seen Aaron Rodgers play, ever.
Yeah.
And like it's really starting to look like his age is like showing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like now Robert Saleh is fired out of nowhere. And then players, you seen Sauce Gardner come out saying, Robert Saleh played a big, role in my career so far. And it's like, where is this organization going to go now? Because, you had hype, since that Aaron Rodgers signing. He got injured last year, couldn't see him play. Now he's playing this year. Now y'all are 2-3 going into week 6. It's like, what does that organization do now, basically?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like they're I feel like they're making a huge like decision right now. They're taking like a risk to fire their head coach. They want to see what they can get from somewhere else or somebody else. You
Mm.
know, they want to explore their options. They want to make sure that they're making the right choice. If not, then they just messed up like their whole organization. But if they made the right choice, then they're about to flourish.
Yeah.
And you're about to see it like a whole bunch.
Yeah. I personally think, coming from me, I think after this season, I think if you're the Jets and you don't see good level production out of Aaron Rodgers, I think it might be time to go quarterback searching. Whether that's in the draft, whether that's free agency, something happens, I think it might be time to go quarterback searching for real.
I agree. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. And it's just you look in that division of who you got competing, you got Josh. It's like the AFC East this year. It's like it's so much uncertainty right now. And you look at Josh Allen and the Bills. Josh Allen somehow, still, without Stephon Diggs, still looking like a, pretty good quarterback. You look at Miami, whose season low key is kind of going down the drain now. That Tua's, out probably for the season 9 times out of 10. And then you got a young Patriots team, with Drake May, who's actually getting his first snaps this season, this week, against the Texans. So that whole AFC East I feel like it's basically up for grabs right now. I feel like there's not a true team that can come out the AFC East right now.
True.
But a division that I do want to talk about, the AFC North. You know what team I want to talk about in the AFC North?
What team?
Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. You know who I want to talk about on the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I don't even have to say it, bro, but Justin Fields.
JF1, now known as JF2. You know him as Justin Fields. I know him as the GOAT. Anyway, Justin Fields has started each game for the Pittsburgh Steelers like I said he would all them weeks ago. If I find the clip, I'm going to play it on this video.
I know you're upset that Justin
Look,
Fields
I'm
is
not
not
gonna
a second string quarterback, bro.
Not for long.
Not for long?
Not for long.
Not for long?
Not for long. How long you think Russell Wilson gonna be able to perform? I give you till week 3 against the Broncos.
Right.
Now, I'm not gonna front and tell you that Justin Fields is looking like best quarterback in that division. He's looking like the best quarterback in the league. But Justin Fields is winning. And I feel like Justin Fields deserved to get that start. And the fact that they even thought, now that Russell Wilson is back, the fact that they even thought about starting Russell Wilson for a split second, now he's not. He's not going to start against the Raiders this weekend. But he is active as a QB2. But I feel like Justin's won that position for the rest of the year. Now, he had his game against, Dallas where, it wasn't pretty good. He's had his ups and he has his downs. But I feel like so far this season, Justin Fields has been, a pretty good quarterback for, the Pittsburgh Steelers so far. But I want to get your opinion because I know you got mixed opinions about Justin Fields, unlike me. But I just want to see what you guys say.
Honestly, man, I feel like Justin Fields has been I feel like he's been good.
Yeah.
I feel like he's been what the team has needed because Russell Wilson hasn't been starting. He hasn't been playing. Has he been playing much?
Nah, he hasn't played.
He hasn't played. So for Justin Fields to step up to that plate and show that he really should be QB1 instead of QB2 behind Russell Wilson, I feel like he's executed that amazingly and that he has really shown Pittsburgh that Chicago didn't make him. You know what I'm saying? Chicago just taught him more skills that he can apply now to the Steelers.
Yeah.
So,
and I think as the years have gone by, I feel like we've seen Justin Fields like each year get better and better. But I feel like now he's in Pittsburgh. He has a competent, like real good head coach. He has the pieces around him. Mm-hmm. I feel like this is the season where we're going to see. Is it all coaching? Is it all Justin Fields? Is it a mix of both? Now that Justin Fields has a great head coach in Mike Tomlin, now he has a great defense that the Steelers have. Is Justin Fields going to be the guy that you can win with, or is he going to be the guy that you win because of? And whole time in Chicago, that was the thing. Justin Fields is somebody you can win with, but not somebody you can win because of. Mm-hmm. He's in Pittsburgh now. We're seeing flashes here and there. Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing. Is he somebody you can win with or win because of? But I do want to touch bases kind of back
Right.
on Chicago, like we was talking with. They play in London tomorrow. We're shooting
Right.
this on Saturday. Play in London tomorrow against Jacksonville. Do we see the Bears coming out on top with that win?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why you say that?
I just have a feeling, bro. I don't know why I say that. I just feel like, I feel like Caleb Williams will truly prove himself to be like, I'm not like a failure. I'm not like a bust. I'm not, what I'm saying, just like an average quarterback. I am like a quarterback that y'all can count on.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna sit here and waste y'all time. I'm gonna actually like put myself out there and make sure that y'all really feel how I feel. Y'all over here talking about overrated, blah 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 blah. We picked you. We should have picked Jayden Daniels. No, y'all should have picked me. Y'all are gonna see that I am the right pick for y'all.
Yeah.
So it's really just like he's gonna show us like, excuse me. He's gonna show us like the flashes where he actually is from when he was in college. He's gonna show that this week. He's gonna show that tomorrow.
Yeah. So I just want to, read off, they just got their win against the Panthers. I want to read off, the rest of their schedule for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville next week.
Right.
After that, they have a bye. Then they have the Commanders after that.
Ooh, that's gonna be. A
I
game.
think
that's gonna
so
be a
far
game.
that's a 12 o'clock game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that game could get flexed to a night game. Maybe 3 o'clock could be a Sunday night, Monday night game. I think that game is gonna get flexed, especially if they win tomorrow against the Jaguars.
Yeah,
because that's national. That's national. You got to that's a game that you got to put on.
you got to
nationally.
put
Cardinals after that, Patriots after that. Then they have their first NFC North matchup against the Packers, November 17th. I feel like in these next 4 games, Jaguars, Commanders, Cardinals, Patriots, I think you have to go 4-0, 3-1 at the least going into that Packers game.
4-0.
Yeah, those are games they can win.
Those
Jaguars,
are
Commanders, Cardinals, Patriots.
Those are games.
They can win.
Yeah.
And then after that, the rest of your schedule for the rest of the season, one of the hardest in the league. You have the Packers, you have the Vikings, you have the Lions, 49ers, Vikings, Lions, Seahawks, Packers. They have to win now to even have a shot at being in the playoffs because those are some very hard teams in your division.
You know what? Let's talk about that. Do you think that the Chicago Bears are going to get to the playoffs?
Yeah. Nah, I'm not gonna say that they are gonna be a top 3-4 team. They could probably make it in 7, maybe 6 if we're lucky. I think the Bears will be able to have a winning season.
True.
Maybe 9-8, 10-7, 11-6 if they're lucky. But it all depends, like in that division, like each team in this NFC North. That's why I think the NFC North is the best division in football right now. Each team has a possibility of getting into the playoffs. You look at the Vikings, you look at the Bears, you look at the Lions, you look at the Packers. Out of all those teams, the Bears probably have the worst chance to make it into the playoffs. But I feel like they still do have a chance if they come through, execute right, attack all these games how they attacked the Panthers game. They can come out of their division with a 10-7, 11-6 record if they're lucky. But we're going to cap that. For today's episode. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Good having my co-host back on the show for sure.
Good to be here.
Yeah. And again, appreciate y'all for watching. If y'all want to see more videos like this, click on the channel. We got videos for days. Trying to drop episodes weekly. Check out our social medias where we be posting reels every time an episode drop. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later.